Hello, Bible readers. Psalm 61, verse 5. For you, O God, have heard my vows. You have given me the heritage of those who fear your name. The vows are promises made by a person in worship that when this great thing happens, I will be gifting you with this, that, and the other, which can sound almost like a bribe, like a transaction that the worshiper wants to make, but is really just a promise of gratitude. I'll be so thankful when you do this, confident that you will. And so I'm preparing that thing that I'm going to be. So that's what the vows referred to. You've heard my vows. You've given me the heritage of those who fear your name. In other words, you've given me an inheritance of confidence in what I'm asking you to do. What's the heritage you have received? Some people inherit money. Some inherit great height, right? Our heritage comes to us whether we like it or not. Addictions can be a part of the heritage we receive. The reputation of our family name may be good or bad, and we just receive it. There are some names in our area, right? And this is true in every place, where if you have a certain last name, a reputation precedes you. Psalm 61, in the climax portion of the portion where the psalmist is asking for what the psalmist needs, within the petition section, he says, "You've given me the heritage of those who fear your name." Now remember, who fear your name is meant to be a phrase describing faithful people, people who trust God, obeyed the laws and the ways of God. For that to be your heritage is a gift, of course, according to the psalmist. And that verse, well, it moved me to wonder, what's your heritage? I remember as a kid visiting a little log cabin near my grandparents' house outside Rochester, Minnesota. Nowadays, it is the John P. Twerberg Log Cabin in Rockdale, Minnesota. Got a postcard with a picture of it. That little house on the prairie, I know it's in trees now, but it was once less treed in. That little house on the prairie was used to house the congregation of Norwegian settlers who eventually became the St. Olaf Norwegian Evangelical Lutheran Church. Rolls right off the tongue. Organized in June of 1856. It's the first church of the St. Olaf parish, as there is now East and West St. Olaf. And from those two congregations grew St. John's in Casson, Avungeren outside Hayfield, Trinity in Hayfield, and Zumbro Lutheran in Rochester itself. All from a few immigrants who feared God's name so deeply that amidst all the other stuff they had to do to just survive, they made time to gather with each other for worship, for study, for prayer. I wonder, as I was wondering about my own question, what is my heritage? I wonder how much it matters to my story, to my call as a pastor, that my ancestors, and these were my great-great-great-great-grandparents, they brought a relationship with God with them to Minnesota that wove its way through a century and a half to me. Psalm 60 is a short little prayer. I mean, Psalm 61 is a short little prayer that spends no time at all describing the situation of need. Lots of Psalms dwell there a lot. Here's how it is. It spends more time describing God in imaginative ways that fuel the psalmist's hope and confidence. This line, "Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you are my refuge, my shelter, a strong tower against the enemy." See, a high rock would be a safe, high place above rising waters that are threatening life. Refuge or shelter, this is a little more obvious. That'd be a sanctuary from any dangers. A strong tower is what you need when facing a military threat. And this kind of imaginative prayer can be inspired into anyone, of course, no matter what their heritage, but it helps to be one who has received the heritage of those who fear your name. As readers of the Psalms, we inherit the psalmist's imagination. We inherit their candid prayerfulness, their faith. And we get to write our own prayers. We get to live out our own faithfulness and pass on our own brand of fear for the name of the Lord, which is why I am going to move away from that word fear and instead say, you have given me the heritage of those who love your name. I am one with my God. My God is with us, all of us at all times and in all places.